Hey guys, welcome back. We're not in Houston right now. We are in West Texas, specifically in Odessa, Texas, because this is actually my hometown. We're out here visiting family. If you guys haven't seen, there was a hurricane that went through Houston and knocked out a bunch of power. My apartment is still without power. I think we're on like day 6 without power, so me and my family decided to travel out west to go visit some of the family. With that being said, I am here with my little sister. Say hey.
Hi.
We're gonna go thrifting. I saw a bunch of garage sales, so we're gonna go out and do that. So I wanted to do a thrift with me video in my hometown because Odessa is a very small town compared to Houston. So hopefully we can find some really good stuff here. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay to end to see everything we find. And yeah, hopefully we can get lucky today. Say bye, Isa.
Bye bye.
Hey guys, sorry to cut the video. I'm currently editing right now and I realized I didn't explain what this was. Before any assumptions are made, I didn't get into a fight. I didn't break my nose. I don't know. I was swimming. What is it called? I was playing Marco Polo at my uncle's pool with a couple of my family members and I was rushing away. It was like a deep pool, but somehow I managed to go a little too deep and I scratched my nose as I was like diving underneath the water and stuff like that. Yes. So throughout the video, you're going to see a little scratch. It is annoying, but I just want to explain what ended up happening. Bye, guys. Okay, we just got done at the Salvation Army. It was okay. It's honestly a really tiny Salvation Army. It's really cute. I love the interior. If you just want to start like panning around to the, it's really cute. It's like small and quaint. All I ended up finding, honestly, I found nothing for me. This is all for my girlfriend. What is it? It's a bunch of like cute skirts and stuff from like Y2K brands like Mud, I believe like Jordache, we have Union Bay, a lot of really good pieces. So I was really surprised to find that, but I did find this. One second. Peep the tag, Harley Davidson. We have some assless chaps. What is it? These they're pretty interesting to say. They're all leather and stuff like that. I saw the Harley Davidson logo. I was like, oh, what is this? And then I noticed it was this. I guess there's a lot of bikers in Odessa, but I definitely won't be grabbing this. I just want to show it because it was pretty cool. But my little sister did find some stuff.
So I got these shorts. They're khaki and I think they So I got these khaki pants. I thought that they fit really nice and they're also in dress code for the new school that I'm going to. So I thought those are nice. And um even if they're not something that I'd wear to school, they're still something that I'd wear in daily life. These these as soon as I saw these, the National Anthem by Lana Del Rey just started blasting in my mind. So I was like, I have to get these. I have to get these for my Born to Die summer. But yeah, that's all.
Okay, we're gonna go check out now and head to the next thrift store. After a fun little trip to Salvation Army, we were on our way to the next thrift store. It was this like smaller thrift store that we saw. I've actually been to it and found stuff, but it's so cute because it had a ton of antiques and little knickknacks. I'll just cut straight to the chase. We didn't find anything here, but honestly, it was a lot of fun to go through just to see the different things. Like here's a bunch of like Coca-Cola memorabilia. We did end up going to the back of the store where the lady was watching her little telenovela. It's so cute. But like I said, we didn't find anything, so we were on the way to the next thrift store. This next thrift store was honestly the biggest one in Odessa. It's called Doors of Hope Thrift. I remember making a reel about this thrift store maybe like a year ago. I did find some stuff that last time. This time was a little different. I went through the men's section. Oh, quickly. This was a pretty cool like chair that was only $15. It was interesting. The thrift stores are low-key kind of slow today. I ended up finding only one piece, 99 cents though, big fat tag. It's this Chicago White Sox tee. Whenever I first saw it, I was like, oh, is this vintage? It has no tag on it, but it is single stitch. And just from the screen printing, you can tell that's older, starting to crack. It's pretty cool. Obviously, Chicago White Sox stuff does really well, so I'm like, I figured I'd grab it. We're gonna wrap up here. Both me and my sister are a little tired. I am putting my sister to work holding the camera, filming clips for me, so shout out to her. But we're gonna head back to the house. If we find another thrift store, there's not a lot here in Odessa, but if we do find another thrift store, we'll cut to that. If not, we'll cut to whatever's next. We decided we had one more store left in the tank. This was Vintage Deluxe. It was kind of like an antique / record mall. Like, come on, Office reference right from the bat. Like I said, there was a ton of records. It was so cool inside here. I did find a $10 vanity rack that hopefully had stuff. Update, it didn't have anything in it. But guys, this place was so cool. The fact that this was in Odessa, no disrespect to my hometown, but just like all the memorabilia here was so sick. We had a bunch of toys, like different knickknacks. Here's a couple pieces that I thought were really cool, like this 1950s Daffy Duck. We got a little bit of, what is it called, clam memorabilia. We got the NASCAR. We got the Ronald McDonald. This was insane, because I was going through a closet of, I guess, a seller who was selling here, because there's different vendors. There was so much rare Beatles shirts here. Like, granted, they were about like $150, $100. Like, I mean, rightfully so, but it was just so many of them. I'm just like, I don't know if this was a previous collector or maybe he like just bought out a bunch of Beatles stuff. It was absolutely ridiculous. And after a great trip to my hometown, it's time to hit the road and head back home to Houston. And we're back at the apartment. It was such a good trip going to see family out in West Texas. I'll cut straight to it. The thrift stores weren't the best. What do you call it? I didn't find much, but on a brighter note, some of the skirts / shorts I found. Yesterday I had a market. What is it? Montrose Market, one I pop up at all the time here in Houston. There's actually a video about it. The last video was me vending at it, so go check that out. Or like 2 videos ago. I don't know. I'll have it tagged up here, guys. My girlfriend sold 3 of the 6 pieces I got for her. So the stuff I did find was really good stuff. One of my visions for the channel is to be more like vulnerable, more upfront, what is just tell you about what's going on in life. Just so it's not so much like vintage content, but it's more like personal, just like real content. And what makes this video so special is Odessa, Texas is my hometown. So a little bit about me, what is it? My mom was a single mom growing up. I've lived in Odessa up until I was probably like maybe like 5, 6 years old. What is it? Always bouncing between places because my mom worked a lot. What is it? It got to the point where she was working multiple jobs, where she would even be working in construction as like a assistant or a helper to these like electricians working in big power plants and stuff like that. So Odessa has such a sweet place in my heart because I remember it being just me and my mom and my like immediate family there. And it's just kind of like, I remember as this like tiny town. Obviously now there's more like, I guess, money going into the town with people moving there, so it's a little bit bigger. But I remember as this like little town in the desert, and it was just kind of like, it's always so sweet to me. Due to the storms that are happening in Houston, my dad didn't have to go to work, so that just opened up the opportunity to go back and check out my hometown. As you saw, I did bring my sister whenever I went out into the town, and just like we're just looking for thrift stores, and it was so sentimental just showing her like, oh yeah, this is the one H-E-B in the town that we would always used to go to. I'm like, oh, this is a restaurant me and my family used to always go to. There's this giant stadium. What is it? Like, oh, the high school, the Permian Basin High School where they filmed Friday Night Lights, or where Friday Night Lights was based on. Like, it used to be much smaller, but it's grown like 3 times the size. And my sister's just like, just because obviously she's 13. What is it? She understands, but it's just kind of like, here I am geeking out about like Odessa facts and history in my childhood. And there's this one photo album. I'll show you guys it. This photo album was one I had like growing up, and it has a bunch of like old baby photos. Ignore the stains on it. I don't know. Those are like coffee stains. I don't know where those are from. But upon going through these photo albums, it's one of my favorite things to go through because it's just like old photos of me as a child in Odessa and stuff like that. And I found this photo, or I've always like, I know every photo in there because I've seen it so many times. And this photo is of me and a couple other family members on this like park spider. Basically, there's this park in Odessa, has a spider. There's other photos of like, what is it, me on a slide at the specific park. And I've always had a general idea of where said park was. But me and my sister were looking for garage sales, and all of a sudden we see this like giant park, and I see a spider, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was telling my sister, I'm like, I think that's a spider I used to play on as a kid. And what's crazy is on the back of this, it says December 2004 on it. So December 2004, that means I would be 4 years old in this photo. And how I remember it, what is it, since I was 4, I don't know, but it was such a sweet memory. And we ended up doing a loop around because there was a garage sale in the back of the park, and as we were driving back through, we saw the entrance of the park, and I had to stop. So I told my sister, we're making a quick pit stop, let's go check out this park. What is I remember going into the entrance, and they renovated a ton of it, just because obviously, 2004, it's like, oh my god, it's been like close to 20 years since this photo was taken. That's crazy. But yes, they renovated a ton of it. But the one thing I wanted to go for was the freaking spider. Literally, I saw it, and although they repainted it, and like even the front of the spider has like a chip on it just from it being like, I guess, so old. It was so cool just to see it again. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, it like touched a chord in me, just being like, this is the spider from the photo I've been seeing all my life. And to make things even sweeter, I told my sister, I'm like, oh, go hop on top of the spider. So she just scurries off, she hop on top, and it's just kind of like, I imagine myself whenever I was like 4-year-olds on top of my spider. And then there's my little sister on top of it as well. So really sweet moment. There's no photos in the photo album of it, but there's this other octopus that I remember, like this like statue octopus, and it I don't know, between the spider and the octopus, that was another like playground thing that was like ingrained in my memory. So just seeing it again and just like standing next to it, I remember one thing is like, obviously 4-year-old, I'm what, like maybe like 3 feet tall. I don't know how old a 4-year-old is, but I remember them being giant. And here I am, I'm like 5'6". What is this, standing next to the things? I'm like, oh wow, you're not that big after all. This is so sweet about what I do, because obviously like I can make a trip out to Odessa on my own. I can go look for this park on my own, but it's because of me looking for a thrift store, me looking for a garage sale, that like I randomly stumbled across this park. Because normally whenever I do go to Odessa, like it's just to visit family, just to do things. But I knew like I wanted to look for inventory. I wanted to go thrifting. I wanted to make a YouTube video for y'all guys. Just so you put each like puzzle piece together and leading me to this sweet memory. That wraps up my childhood recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to comment something sweet below. Maybe tell me about a childhood memory you have, or maybe a memory related to vintage. I don't know. I just want to hear it down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, all those fun things. We are coming close to 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, I am incredibly grateful. It's crazy. You guys are blowing my expectations out the roof. But yes, I'm gonna get going. I hope to see you guys in a new video that hopefully I'll upload soon. But yes, bye guys.